East a real one for not being biased? I don't know about that. That's not see me, right? When I be on the internet, you see how when I be talking Cameron, Jimmy, Jewels, whoever, anybody I'm 50 Cent, whoever I'm talking about, I don't be biased because I don't know these niggas. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I met 50 back in the days. I did a song with 50 back in the days, but I don't know Son. And Son don't act like I know him or none of that, so I don't know him. You understand what I'm saying? I don't be biased when it come to him neither, though. I don't be biased when he do something out of line. Like, 50 did shit that was out of line, son. I remember back when Preem first blew Trav, 50 Cent was on the radio. He was like, yo, whoever's standing next to Preem, tell him we laughing at him. Yo, son, he made all of the gangsters mad with that. All of the gangsters we was on his side with everything he done up until that point as far as the industry go. Everything. You couldn't tell us nothing about 50. 50 said, yo, whoever's standing next to Preem, tell him I'm laughing at him. Niggas in the joint wearing 86 numbers. What the fuck you mean you laughing at that nigga? That he about to go spend the rest of his life in jail? Got all this money. You supposed to want this nigga to come home. You drop a mill. You put a mill in the streets. Everybody go get on some John Wick shit. You know what I'm saying? That's what you was supposed to do. You ain't supposed to be saying so like when he was like if I would have been out here in the streets and he would have said that, I would have been going crazy behind that. What? You crazy? You crazy? What Jimmy got to be mad about? That a nigga came home from jail? Why would he be mad that a nigga came home from jail? I don't understand that. That shit shouldn't make him mad. What he mad about? I don't be biased, man. I don't know these niggas. When you know a nigga, you supposed to be biased, nigga. The fuck is you talking about? When you know somebody, you supposed to be biased towards that person. That's who you know. That's where your loyalty lie with that person. If me and you was getting money together, you respect Dave East for not being biased. Meanwhile, Jim Jones started a podcast and reached out to Dave East like, yo, come get this money with me, Mano and Fab. That's how that went. Dave East ain't come up with that concept. That shit ain't on Dave East's platform or none of that. That's Jim Jones' platform. If one of them people, wherever they be getting that money, come in and they say, yo, here go 40 million. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, Gilly and Wallow got what they got. Cam and them niggas got what they got. I ain't gonna lie. I watched them niggas podcast. The way them niggas chop it up on that podcast, that's how me and my niggas chop it up on a podcast. I mean, like, in real life. I'm sure niggas be, when niggas watch that, they say, yo, this is how niggas really be chopping it up right here. You know what I'm saying? I think they shit could work. I think they could get some money for that, you heard? So a nigga trying to put some money in your pocket, major money at that. Because if they could get what Cam and Mace got, or if they could get what Gilly and Wallow got, that's more money than Dave East ever made in his life. His cut of that will be more than he ever made in his life. So a nigga trying to give you life-changing generational wealth, nigga trying to run that bag up with you, and you over there dapping and hugging up his ops and all of that. You respect that? You respect them for not being biased? If I was Jim Jones, I would have told him, don't show up to that podcast no more. Let's get to that. Yeah, you're not welcome in the building anymore. Yeah, because you don't even know him. If you knew him, if you and him was cool, son ain't jump up out that seat, go hug that nigga like he knew him and all that. He kept sitting down. Like when Fabio Foreign went over there to give him a pound and a hug. He sat down. I don't really know something like that. I know who you with, but I don't really know you like that. It ain't jog his endorphins and all of that when he seen Dave East or when he seen Fabio Foreign. They was hype, yo, what up? Let me get a pound hug and all of that. You know what I'm saying? But not Max. I mean, Max was just, you know what I mean? Yo, what up? All right, cool. But go ahead.
A few moments later.
The views and opinions expressed by Zip is not always the views and opinions held by Zip. Sometimes they come from the cat. The cat doesn't identify as a cat. I believe it's a pit bull. So around here, we refer to it as pit cat. In this video, we're going to be talking about whether or not Dave East violated by pulling up on Max B. But before we get into the video, do me a favor. Stall off on the like button, share, subscribe, hit the bell icon so you'll be notified when I drop these videos and all that. All right, so boom, check it. Last night, I'm on live. Somebody in the comment section was like, yo, Dave East violated pulling up on Max B, being that he got the podcast with Jim Jones and all that. And so I thought about that, and I agree. Dave East violated pulling up on Max B, being that him, Mano, Fab, and Jim Jones got that podcast, you heard, and they already spoke about this. Mano was on the podcast like, yo, because of my loyalty for you, I can't go to the Max B party. And they had their little discussion on the show. And then when the Max B party happened, it's videos of Dave East running down on Max B, giving him a pound and a hug and all of that. You know what I'm saying? And I said last night on live, if I was Jim Jones, I would never deal with Dave East again, you heard? As far as business is concerned, you heard? I'm trying to put some money in your pocket. I'm trying to get some money with you. And you running around hobnobbing with the ops and all of that. Nah, that's a dub. And I'm saying no more podcasts with Dave East. You feel what I'm saying? That's how I would handled the situation, you heard? However, I was not aware of the history between everybody. So now, what I said was, this is what I said. Mano was outside when Max B was outside, so they might know each other. They might have been in the same spots with each other. They might have been running around with each other and all of that. Mano was saying, never mind whatever relationship I had with Max B, I mess with Jim Jones now. I'm not dealing with Max B, you heard? I said, Dave East wasn't even outside when Max B was outside, you heard? So he should have definitely not had went and pulled up on Max B and showed no love and none of that. I don't care. Like, that's what I said, you heard? But I was not aware that Dave East got basically a project with Max B. You heard? He got mad songs with Max B. I didn't know this. I didn't know this before that. So now, I changed my mind. Dave East did not violate going to pull up on Max B like that. Jim Jones was aware of them songs that Dave East did with Max B. He knew Dave East had did them songs with Max B. I guess that's why Dave East stayed quiet on the podcast, really, when they was talking about that party and all that, because he was saying to himself, I'm definitely pulling up on Son. I got money with Son before. Before I start getting money with you, I was getting money with Son. Yeah, I'm not. I'm neutral in this situation right here. You got what you got going on with Son, and that's that. But I got a relationship with Son. I'm saying, like, so I take back everything I said on live last night that Dave East had violated, that he was out of line. If I was Jimmy, I wouldn't do no business with him or none of that. If I was Jimmy, I would continue to do the business because you knew Son had did the business with Max already anyway. You heard? Yeah, like.
Yeah, let's get to that.
Let's get to that.
Let's get to that.
Where Jordan at? Where Jordan went back downstairs?
Oh,
the words of Zip with the Drip. Let's get to that. Let's get to that.
let's get to that. Hold on, let's get to that.
Let's get to that.
Let's get to that.
Okay, let's get to that. Women.
Let's get to that.
Harry, let's get to that.
Let's get to that. Let's get to that.
Shout out to Zip.
Let's get to that.
Now, let's get to that.
Even I started with a zip. Let's get to that.
Let's get to that. How I know what He said he got a zip for me shit. Let's get to that.
Smoking out the zip, no drip. Now let's get to that.
Yeah, you know that. Let's get to that.
Back, let's get to that, right?
This the Mayor Newberg right here.
Yeah, let's get to that.
Right.
Is that Zip with the Drip?
Nah, Zip with the Drip. That's my nigga. Zip with the Drip. I don't think it was just a random. Zip with the Drip, my nigga. Zip with the Drip on our side.
Yeah, Zip is
Zip,
hilarious.
he's hilarious, B.